Straight over to Glenna Milberg. She's live at one of those donation centers in Coconut Grove where so many people want to help out and want to just say, what can we do to help, Glenna?
JC, it's true. This thing has blossomed from what was kind of an organic relief effort. City of Miami, another one being done by Miami-Dade County. There's several other organizations. But right now, there's a press conference going on at one of the fire stations in Miami. All of them are open for donations. We'll get to that in just a minute. But right now, they're explaining how just yesterday, the coming from all the destruction and what those people are going through as the storm is just sitting there, and decided to start a relief effort. And so they just started putting out the word for donations. What the City of Miami mayor and commissioners, one of the commissioners came up with the hashtag Bahamas Strong, set up a website, and the kind of relief that has been collected in the fire stations, this is just some of it you're looking at, is just from and this morning. And so they started to get a bit more organized. They're connecting with other people. They're connecting with Channel 10 now in our Careforce effort. And they're really getting the word out with a website and the calls to bring in all of whatever hurricane relief supplies might be in their own homes for their own preparations, and then to buy more. And I just want to talk about a little bit as you're watching what's going on here. The fire stations are very convenient for people, but there's all kinds of other locations too. Let me put up a graphic of just the City of Miami locations. Besides all of the fire stations, there are two churches right here in Coconut Grove. One of them where we will be later on today is the one on Hibiscus Street that you see there, 3481 Hibiscus Street. That is Christ Episcopal Church. The church locations are very significant because Coconut Grove has neighborhoods that they call Little Bahamas. The Bahamian community literally built this portion of Miami. Many of the families remain here today, generations later, and that is why the Bahamas community here is so still connected with a lot of family in the islands, in Abaco and Freeport and Nassau and Eleuthera, that their family members, their own family members, are undergoing such stress and hardship right now. And that's why all of this is so hitting home, such a personal thing to this particular community. The Urban Search and Rescue Team, USAR, let's walk around here a little bit and don't trip over the supplies there. You see the Urban Search and Rescue Team. This is a South Florida team effort. This is county and component federal. They are under federal auspices. They have not been deployed to the Bahamas just yet. Not only are they waiting for deployment, they're hoping for deployment. And that is kind of a bureaucratic political thing at the moment because there are several ways to be deployed. They can be deployed by the President of the United States, and Mayor Francis Suarez says he's going to have a conference call with the President at noon to see if President Trump will deploy Urban Search and Rescue to the islands of the Bahamas specifically to do what they do, search and rescue home by home. You see Portia the lab is in there, people that will sniff for people and clothing and find people. The other way they can be deployed, and they're looking into this now, which is so interesting, they can kind of do it themselves on a local level and embed members of the USAR team with the Coast Guard and give the Coast Guard this medical component to take. So right now they're waiting for which way they will be able to get to the Bahamas to do what they do. Remember, they were in Puerto Rico, this team, after Hurricane Maria. The then President Barack Obama deployed them to Haiti after the earthquake. This is an elite team ready to go and do what they do. That's the situation here. As far as the relief goes, let me put up a graphic again to show you the places, just some of the places really, that you can drop off supplies. The list of supplies, hurricane supplies, that are sort of what we know are just the beginning. There's also a need for chainsaws to cut through what will be sort of, when the water recedes, just devastating streets that people can't maneuver. There will be a need for tents and tarps. You know people are going to be homeless, needing a place to live. Flashlights, batteries, the list is endless. Lists are everywhere, including on our website, local10.com. Here come members of the National USAR Urban Search and Rescue Team. And this is Portia. Portia, come say hello to Local 10. Portia is a lab, part of the Urban Search and Rescue. Are you able to talk about what Portia does in a general sense? on television for everyone who is watching? These are shy members of the USAR team. Just
from my boss.
Assistant Chief Gomez. Well, Assistant Chief Gomez. We just need a little bit of real up to the minute information. Where are you, Portia, and the team at right now with deployment?
Well, the team right now is standing by. Right, they got activated several days ago, and right now, remember, the United States, the state of Florida, is still in that probability cone. So until we get done with anything in the state of Florida or the nation, the team's going to be standing by because we could get called out at any moment to go assist the state of Florida.
That's a really good point. Not only
Right.
do you have a need in the Bahamas for this team, there may well be a need in the next couple of days right here stateside for searching and rescue for whatever Dorian
Correct.
brings.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've seen this hurricane has been very erratic, right? Although all the steering currents and all the models are showing it's going to pull away from the continental United States, there's still possibilities of hurricane force winds and even tropical storm winds to cause some serious damage. We still got of Daytona Beach, Jacksonville, Georgia, North and South Carolina that are still within that probability of impact areas. So
they're activated and ready to go at a moment's notice, it sounds like.
Absolutely. This team got activated by the state of Florida several days ago, and we've been waiting for the orders to go somewhere and assist. Fortunately, we haven't had to go, which is a good thing for the United States, but we are ready to go.
Awesome, thank you. And just because being kind of spontaneous here, your first name is Pete.
Pete Gomez.
I didn't introduce you properly. Assistant Chief Pete Gomez with the City of Miami, and really appreciate you explaining all that. And good luck to
Thank you.
And please do let us know when you get that deployment.
Absolutely.
order. Okay,
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Okay, so a lot of relief on a lot of different levels going on here. Let me get out of the way for people leaving, and it's raining. So we'll send it back to you, and we will see you at the Christ Episcopal Church in just a little while with more of this amazing relief effort for the Bahamas and Careforce.